you mentioned something about the cold season, right? Let's get into that.
Let us talk about the cold.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's not yet November, and I'm already wearing my scarves, my tam, my jacket to go outside because we've had, I think, 1 degree weather so far. So we're almost at zero. If anybody here is thinking of moving to Canada, just condition your mind that fall is, other than it being very beautiful, sometimes it doesn't exist. You will see the colors, but you're feeling this winter from early on. I have found that we take for granted how much sunlight we have in Jamaica, the warmth that we get from the sun in Jamaica. And you don't really appreciate it until you have moved to a country that has defined seasons, and now you have to live through all 4 seasons of the year. There is a condition that they call seasonal affective disorder, SAD for short, and a lot of people suffer from it without even realizing. What it is once the summer passes and you're getting less direct sunlight, less vitamin D, a lot of people can go through a season of depression, of extreme sadness, extreme homesickness. And for some people, it only affects you mildly, so you don't really pay that much attention to it. For some people, it becomes a lot more severe. And I find that happens in Canada. And so it's important for people who are living through these cold, and it's important for me too. I have to keep reminding myself, you have to find ways to make yourself happy throughout the winter. When you're living somewhere that winter can last for 6 months, 6 months feels like a year.
Yeah.
And so for one, what I try to say is try to embrace it. So last year during the Christmas, we had family visiting and we went snow tubing. And it was absolutely fun. I mean, I couldn't feel my fingers for a while, but you're sliding down this slope in this tube and it's just so much fun. In Jamaica, you have 2 seasons. You have your regular season and you have hurricane season.
Yes.
And outside of that, we don't know any other season. But we chose this life. You know, we chose to pack up and leave Jamaica for this. So embrace it. And it's just finding little ways to make, to enjoy what it is, because you live here. And if you are like me, you chose to come here. So you have to be able to embrace that this is now your life. Now, it's not as easily done as it is to say it. And so if it is that you find that you're struggling, again, I will go back to community. You need those people who are able to lift you up on those days that you're not feeling 100. Outside of that, people can look at even your supplements. So for me, I have already stocked up on my vitamin B, and I am increasing my other supplements that I take, because I am from Jamaica. And I feel like maybe I am solar powered. But I never knew that before now, because I would have the natural sunlight to recharge day after day.
Oh, yes.
Now I am here and I don't get that for 6 months out of the year. And so I have to find other ways to get myself that vitamin D supplement. There's one thing I plan to try this year, which is there's a light box therapy.
Okay.
It's like a vitamin D bulb and you use it indoors. Plan to buy one because I'm working from home. So even worse now, I don't go out as much.
Yeah.
So I am planning to buy one to put at my desk, and I will test it and do a review to see whether or not I think it works. Schedule times to meet up with people. It's kind of hard now with COVID, but set up a Zoom, a FaceTime, a WhatsApp call, whatever the case may be, and keep in touch with people. It absolutely helps, because throughout the winter season, you are a lot more susceptible to, falling, succumbing to those feelings of sadness and depression than you are throughout the rest of the year. So it's very important. Find yourself the proper gears that you need to keep yourself warm, and then try to work on, your mental space. Either you're embracing it or you're finding ways to combat it. But it's absolutely important that you are, at the very least, aware of how it affects you.
Yeah, and that's so beautiful. And also get your winter clothes. It's helpful because,
the proper winter clothes too.
Yes.
Don't just winter clothes, snowshoes, gloves. Don't cheap out on them.
Yeah.
Get
quality.
Get the good ones. Get the good ones, because it's worth it. If you have to take the bus I'm telling you, get the good gears because it's worth every dollar you spend on it.
Every dollar.
Every dollar.
Yeah. And I understand that when you just move abroad, I understand that most of us, we are still trying to save because it's hard to move. But wherever you can, just try to, get your gear together. If you can buy a nice pair of boots this month, and maybe a nice jacket the next month, just try to do it. It's very important. Don't delay on this. You have to get your gear together if you're going to a cold climate.
Yeah, and another thing too is to be aware of sales periods wherever you're living.
Oh yes.
So like in the US, Black Friday is a big deal. But in Canada, Boxing Day sales are bigger than Black Friday.
Oh.
So if you are in Canada and you're looking to get like a solid pair of winter shoes, if you can hold out until, like a Boxing Day sale, you might be able to get a quality one at half the price, because Boxing Day is like Canada's Black Friday. We also have Black Friday, but Boxing Day I found is bigger. It's just a cultural thing. I don't know where it came from. I'm still new to this, but I'm learning. So learning what the sales periods are and how to, maximize your dollar will help as well for things like that. Oh, and as I mentioned sale, there's one thing I wanted to say. When I just moved to Canada, and I remember going to the mall, and every store had up these signs about sale here, 50% off, 75% off, buy one, get one, and I got so excited because I thought, the sale was going to be done and I would miss it. And my husband said to me, "You live here." Like, what? Like, you live here now. It's buy one, get one this week. Next week, the same store is going to have a 50% off sale. And the following week, the same store is going to have a 40% off sale. But I had been so accustomed to visiting. So when you see a sale, you run in, you grab a few items because you're leaving in a few days. But I live here now. So I really don't have to try to catch this sale because there's another one coming and another one coming. So it's just little things in terms of adjusting a mindset when you move abroad that I find really help. I live here now. It was an amazing revelation for me.